cameras roll, yeah, it's time to lock in. HBCU overdrive where the conversation starts and wins. Every week we break it down, every headline, every play. Giving flowers to the legends while the future finds its way. HBCU Saturday, they got the fans glued to the screen. HBCU tonight with Doc Holliday. Keep it clean from the swag to the MEAC. Every story get respect. SIAC, CIAA, independent, never left. Tailgates, band battles, coaches talking X's and O's. Players chasing greatness while the culture only grows. Jackson State, VI love, we shine over every school. If it's HBCU business, then you know that's what we do. No gossip, just a fact with a southern state of mind. Real voices, real moments, every episode designed. This our sports, this our culture, this our legacy alive. Turn it up and ride with us. HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive. HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive. HBCU overdrive, 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 HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive. HBCU overdrive, 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 overdrive.
Ooh, hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? It's your boy Doc Holliday. We are back on a Saturday night, and that is the new intro song for the channel. Man, I appreciate my man Jay from South Carolina State for hooking me up with that. Got it on I'm trying to figure it out. Thursday. I think I got it on Thursday. Either Thursday or Friday. All I know is I woke up. I woke up to having a new intro song. So I had the old one. This is the last one that I had for about close to 2 years. So move on to this one. But so still working on the video, the intro video for it. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I like it. I love it. I love it. It fits me. It fits me to the T. It fits me to the T. Being that, of course, I'm from Texas and everything, and we do everything kind of big down here. So but anyway, man, appreciate everybody for coming in. They following on in right now. It is HBCU tonight. As always, powered by HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you like this stream. You make sure that you comment, share, but really, most of all, subscribe to the channel. Get everything that you need. Get everything that you need. HBCU Overdrive. And if you are on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow button on the Twitter page, and then come on to the dark side and hit that subscribe button on the YouTube side. I just want to say, man, it's been a good day. It's been a good Saturday, even though I had to work. I had to work today, early this morning. Got up at 6 a.m. this morning, be at work at 7. So it's one of the things. Look too fake. We already did that. We did that the other day. You was over there. We talked about that. What are you talking about? Boy, you must have been smoking some heavy weed that day. That was on Wednesday. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes, sir. And since we talking about it, since we here, since we right here, uh, I wouldn't be remiss. I wouldn't be remiss if you know we got that June 27th because that's what today is. Today, y'all. Today is that June 27th. That's what today is, man. It's June 27th. What's going on, Mr. Brown? You already know how it is. What up? What up? What up? Y'all already know today is a Texas holiday to us. To us. The basically this day is when the coldest song by DJ Screw was dropped on this day right here, June 27th. June 27th. I dubbed this. This is when it was dubbed. June 27th. Yes.
Yeah, that nigga big ass mo, chillin' with my partner named Mo. It's on his birthday, we coming through.
What?
In a nigga trunk is that nigga named True. And I got that boy Kesey.
You know, it's Big Mo right here.
Yo, in these hoes here. And we coming through with that boy Flea. Coming out the three, cutting hairs with that boy J.O.E. Yeah, that nigga Joe. Body came through, big no never no hoe. I'm up on the stage, never gon' hate. I'ma come through, bouncing on the straight and fade. Yeah.
I just don't know.
Gonna smoke fucking blunts. Pop the
I
fucking
just
trunk
don't
and
know.
then lights gonna come down the board. Acting hard, not fraud. Coming through, yo, got a yellow
37 minutes of straight up freestyle.
got a yellow hole. Coming through the booth.
Shout out to the man D-Mo.
I never gave a damn. My juice gonna
Not
slam.
D-Mo, it was D-Mo's birthday.
Eat some breakfast and some yams. My partner's got chillin' at the motherfucking crib. I just dumped out a whole bunch of fried deals. I'm just kinda fried. I don't know why. I just popped up eating breakfast and some wine. Yeah. Here's some boys out the long drive. That nigga need more.
I'm just saying. It's a holiday here. June 27th. The coldest freestyle album that came out. Basically, the beat was The Streets Ain't Right by Criss Cross, but I would be remiss if when I heard that song, I heard that song, like I damn near lost my shit when I heard it. I damn near was about to flip over a table because I was like, shit, this is one of the better songs that was on here. This is one of the best songs that was on here. And y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know how it is here in Texas. I mean, when he dropped it, it wasn't on no regular album or nothing like that. It was on a great tape. If you ever was in the state of Texas or in Houston or just in somewhere around the time in the mid to late 90s, when that song came out, everybody had got a tape. They got a dub of the tape. They got a dub. They got the tape from their partner, and they dubbed it. Get you one of them old tapes, the tapes that nobody don't use. Put some foil up in the crevices and push record, and that's how you made your little mixtape right there. They had a dub of the tape. But I just want to say, man, look, it's a Texas holiday. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it out here, and it's always. And as always, I'm Texas raised, Texas paid. You know what I'm saying? This how we do it out here. This how we do it out here. Board recognized. You know what I'm saying? Pull up. But anyway, man. Anyway, it's a good commercial break, y'all. It's a good commercial break, and we'll be right back. We go ahead and get started. Oh, Lord Jesus. Somebody take that boy phone from him.
It's your boy Doc Holiday. Become a subscriber on HBCU Overdrive on YouTube, and you can follow me on all social media platforms at HBCU_Overdrive on Twitter and Instagram. You can catch me on TikTok at Holiday1925 and on Facebook under my real name, David E. Smith Douglas. Also, when you become an exclusive family member, you get all the membership perks. You get all the exclusive members only videos, early access to new videos, member shoutouts, and members only live chats. And also you can get birthday shout outs on here and win member when you become a subscriber. You can also hit the donation to the Cash App at HBCU Overdrive. You can hit the PayPal David Smith 1925, and you can hit the Zelle David E. Smith 30 at gmail.com. Remember, all proceeds go towards the channel, not the pocket.
All right, we are back, y'all. We are back, and it looks like the World Cup is in full swing. That put it just like that. It's in full swing. Let me see, trying to get some. People on here. Somebody out there banging. Somebody out there bumping. Anyway, man, full swing on the World Cup, United States. Whoo! On yesterday. Oh my goodness. Was it yesterday or Thursday? It was one of them days. think it had to be yesterday. Oh my goodness. I don't know what them folks were doing. I don't know what they were thinking of. Oh, I don't know. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. He said Prime getting some extra toes, getting some extra toes, that's 3S to win. Lord Jesus. Somebody get the phone from Crook. Somebody get the phone from Crook. Somebody get the phone from Crook. But yeah, man, look, we guys, it is pretty much the halfway point of summer workout, summer conditioning, because I think kids go on break. They go on break, started break this week. They'll be back the following week. This weekend they'll be back the following Monday, if I'm not mistaken. But after July, I think it'll be in full effect as far as uh, practice goes. But most of everybody's gonna be on it. It's coming up to the 4th of July weekend, which is this coming Saturday. So if anybody doing anything, make sure y'all are taking care of yourself, and make sure y'all come back in one piece. But other than that, man, look, we want to put this out there. This John Merritt Classic, this John Merritt Classic is, it's taking a turn, and I'm not saying taking a turn for the worse, but it's taking a turn just because there is no transparency within who's helping funding the classic. Who's helping fund the classic? Um, why? Well, and I have to say this with the NFL. Why do the NFL put out the preseason schedule so late? Like I won't say so late, but early in in the summertime instead of when they actually do the actual schedule release in May. That way you give people, you give these organizers enough time to actually come up with a backup contingency plan that actually will help benefit them, and instead of say others, right? So I'm just hearing, word on the street that that maybe that Vanderbilt may not open up their suites for people who are willing to pay the amount of money to be in one of the suites, because those suites are actually, I want to say donated, but those suites are actually bought out by other, by the actual people, season ticket holders, whoever. It just, it just don't look good. And it all started out basically with the NFL releasing the preseason schedule earlier this month. And then because I'm gonna put it like this. I'll put it like this. Tennessee State, the Tennessee Titans, and Jackson State have known that the Classic was going to originally be played in Nissan Stadium. But when you look at it, and that was in, I think, either January or February. We're about to be in July. And moving the game from a 60, what I think it was like a 65,000 seat stadium to a stadium that seats only 35,000, maybe 40,000, if they bring in extra seating or they, whoever's in the suites and stuff like that. It just looks bad. It looks bad on Tennessee State. It looks bad on Tennessee State. Now we already know they have enough problems on their hands with, this almost state pretty much doing the takeover of the university. But I feel like the one thing they could have got right, they could have got this right. And they did have the backup plan. And if I'm the Tennessee Titans, if I'm Tennessee State, I'm telling the Tennessee Titans, you're supposed to be funding this. Give us the money to where we can, give to Vanderbilt. Hey. Because now, guess what? You're going to get part of that gate. You're going to get some of that gate to Vanderbilt. Just for renting the stadium and getting their people over there to work the concessions and just the concessions and the parking and just other things around there. You're gonna lose money, then make money. Because I know if you was at Nissan Stadium, you keep the proceeds. It's just a lot of it's a lot of things that's, like I said, it's just a lot of things that are pretty much, should have been taken care of early in the year instead of almost 2 months before the actual game is, before the football is even on the tee, before the first fan even steps foot in the stadium. I just have to say, hey man, y'all just get your stuff together. Get your shit together. Get it together. Pretty much that's all I have to really say about that. Just hope everything, just hope it all. I just hope that it all comes. It all comes to fruition and that they can actually have a great classic. And yeah, Miss Lawrence. Yeah, we talk about this too because with Texas Southern Texas Southern is already in a shit show, right? They're already in a shit show as far as athletically. Football team it pretty much gets displaced because the Houston Dynamo, the soccer team, decided that they don't want to have TSU as a tenant. But the thing about it is, in order for the Dynamo to even be there, to be on that side of town, you need Texas Southern to be in that stadium with you. They ain't got no stadium to go to. Some people say they could go play games at Durley, but Durley is not NCAA compliant. They said they can go to Sharpstown, over to Sharpstown and at Houston Christian and play over there. But Houston Christian has a one-sided stadium. I mean, they can most likely they're going to play in what I think where in Aldine, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I mean, their first game of the season. It's coming up. It's coming up. They're the game of the season. You know, first game of the season is coming up. And the bad thing about it is they got to play the game not at their home stadium. First game is against North Carolina Central, 29th. And you know they want to build. To me, that I think they did want to build on build a momentum on what they did last season. Ending the season on a 2-game, on a 2-game win streak. They want to build that momentum. But I'm trying to figure out where they're gonna have their games at. Their games at this for this year. I mean, they haven't updated. They haven't updated they haven't updated their website. You know what, but see, here's the thing about Delmar. Delmar Stadium is old as hell too. Delmar Stadium is like one of the oldest stadiums in the city of Houston. I'm just thinking, like, to me, if they're gonna play somewhere, they have to play somewhere. The thing about it is they're gonna have to play somewhere close. Okay, so they just renovated Delmar in 2017. So you got what's the name of that stadium? Sifu? Okay, say 12,000 since you're located. Oh yeah, because it's over there by Del Marfia house right there too. I don't know. So Northwest Freeway, and I-10. Okay. What's the other stadium? What's the other stadium? Cy-Fair? Hey, Danny.
Hey.
Okay, so yeah, that's the Berry Center. So over in Cyprus, that's the Berry Center. They said Gramblin's gonna play Texas Southern over in Laporte. Now Laporte do have a nice stadium because they just built that stadium a couple of years ago. They do have a nice stadium. These boys gonna be on it. These boys ain't got no home to go to. These dudes ain't got no home to go to. That, that's crazy.
Hey, Chris. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm not on camera. I'm driving, so hopefully y'all can still hear me. I'm kind of out in the
You in the
boondocks.
boondocks?
Man, I'm in Avondale, Louisiana, by the train
Damn.
tracks. Yeah, it's west of New Orleans, so I feel like I'm about to be in Baton Rouge if I keep driving up this road. Nah, I ain't got COVID. This is called asthma and allergies. Not coughing like I got COVID though.
Nah. But Laporte going towards Laporte is going towards Galveston. But that's just another thing, another day, another. Hopefully they get their stuff. Hopefully Texas Southern get their shit together. I hope they get their shit together because man, you got an interim athletic director, you got an interim men's basketball coach. Coach Dishman is on his third year of his contract, and I think this is, I don't know if he had signed for 3 or 4, but if he signed for 3, this is his third year. He gonna be looking for some money, or he gonna be gone. But anyway, man, we gonna go ahead and get into it. Again, if you want to, if you can, I am taking donations. We are still sitting at 370 right now. We're still sitting at 370 to go. This is for media day for next month. on July 15th. And this is to go ahead and pay for my room and to get in there and back home. So every little penny counts. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, the Dynamo, the Dynamo ain't been good since they won the last championship there. So anyway, man, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about these bottom feeders. Troy
Now
said
wait,
he'll be
bottom feeders is crazy.
the MEAC.
Still,
Who should we start with first? Should we start with Norfolk, Morgan, or Howard?
I mean, we ain't got but 6 teams to talk about.
I
Take
know I
your
got to
pick.
do the other 3 teams on Monday.
Take your pick. You can talk
I got
about all 6.
I got to do the other 3 teams on Monday. I had to split it, and then before we even get to the SWAC, I still got to do the CIAA and the SIAC. Still got to do them, but
Let me just say, I'm so glad that my conference does not have football. I love football, but I do not miss being a football SID. I don't miss that at all. Anyway, that's my unsolicited 2 cents that nobody asked for.
shoes. Somebody said that Talladega was trying to get football.
Man, listen. So apparently, Wilberforce is either. I mean, I think they got a committee to look at bringing football back, but they don't need to do that right now. But you know, my whole thing is that football costs a lot of money.
It do.
You could be the smallest school, and having football can break the bank. And so, like, there's so much more that goes into it than just having interest. And I know Wilberforce, they used to have a strong program. Obviously the rivalry with Central State and even Kentucky State was big, but we got to be smart. We have to be wise and really look at the pros and cons of bringing that kind of sport back. It's like, it's like it could be like gymnastics. Gymnastics is also a very expensive sport. So, I would love to see football back at that school. I just don't know that they have the student body. The population is not large enough right now to sustain a football program. You got to have a really good and solid student enrollment, and then your retention rate has to be great as well to help fund that kind of program. And so, we'll see what happens, but they've been talking about it.
Well, that's something that that's on Wilberforce, but I heard, but like I said, I heard Talladega try to do the same thing. They try to bring football there too.
Well, Talladega just started women's flag football, so I don't see Talladega having a football program. I know that now they could be doing that because they've been trying to go D2 for a few years now. So that could be a move that they're trying to make to in order to go D2 and increase the likelihood that they'll go D2.
Okay.
So But I love the fact that we have a few schools in our conference that are bringing back. I'm sorry, not bringing back, but they're starting flag football.
Yeah, playing football is I
Hey,
mean,
Chuck,
it's flag football is where it's at though.
for
Flag,
sure, and it doesn't cost as much to run the program. You know, you're looking at your equipment costs are pretty low.
mm-hmm.
The most you'll spend on travel, and travel, if you do it the right way, you can do 1 day trips, you know, up and back. And that's mostly because the sport's becoming so much more popular now that um, you know, there are a lot more schools that have that program. Plus, the NAIA just made women's flag football a national championship sport as well. So it's really growing and thriving, and I'm hoping to see more schools start flag football programs.
Oh
Plus,
yeah.
grant there are a lot of grants available for women's flag football. So it's definitely something worth investing in for sure.
Mr. Lawrence asked, do you anticipate the introduction of a football program at Tougaloo?
Absolutely not. No.
No.
Tougaloo is Tougaloo's too small of a school. Um, their enrollment is probably about 600, and so I just, again, when we're talking about bringing on football programs, you really have to look at your student enrollment because that's going to be a driving force in sustainability. And with smaller schools, it's hard to have a thriving football program.
Yeah, look at what happened with Paul Quinn when they brought football back in the early 2000s, and I think they only had like either one or two winning seasons there, and they
Correct.
scrapped the program.
Yep.
They as soon as soon as Dr. Sorrell got there, he scrapped it. He's like, we, you bleed more money to keep the program there, to maintain a field and stuff like that, or even just to travel and stuff like that. Like it it's not for the faint of heart. Uh, like
Well,
I even ask like, how does Texas College even still have a football program? And I understand, them being in Tyler, but still.
yeah, I mean, to me, again, football is an onion. You know, there's so many layers to running a football program. It is one of the most expensive sports to fund and field at the collegiate level. And so, you know, you really have to have a very strong um, uh, stream of revenue and funding in order to sustain a football program.
Right.
And you have to think the startup costs for a football program are, you know, that's astronomical.
It is.
And if you don't have the student body and giving to support your basic programs or even some of your Olympic sports, it's going to be impossible to support a large program like football. Not to mention that football also has required staff members that other
Yeah.
sports don't. Like, so far behind just the the, the coaching staff. You know, um, most programs you have to have a full time athletic trainer. You also have to have an equipment manager.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, I told the story about how I worked at Hampton as the equipment manager, and like stuff is breaking all the time. I mean, we had a toolbox for football that
Mm-hmm.
looked like something that you would take to a music concert, right? Like it's on wheels. It's got that thing had probably like 20 drawers in it, and that's just a small piece of it. So you got to think of all the things that are required for a football program. Um,
Right.
and if a lot of our schools already ain't paying for certain things like compliance and academics and things like that, so how you gonna pay for a football team?
Mm. What's going on, Mr. Ford?
Hey man, you doing all right?
Hey,
I'm
Mr.
doing good.
Hey,
Ford.
how you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm like, well, to add on to what you're saying, according to the economists, we getting ready to see professional teams go out of existence because of this economy. It's saying the teams that we've been used to watching for the last 50, 60 years, they having money problems. Money is not flowing, and they're operating under too much debt. And because of that, they're saying that you're going to see some professional teams go out of existence, go out of business.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I got this story to say. I got something to say talk about, and then we'll get on to the
Oh,
prediction of the
and
three.
Doc, two
Yeah.
things. I don't know if y'all heard, Minister Farrakhan's wife died today.
Oh
And
wow.
Oh, dang.
yeah, yeah. And Tony Brown Journal, they announced yesterday that he died.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He
did
was on
I
the,
did see that yesterday about Tony. Yeah,
yeah, Tony
I saw
Brown.
that
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. Minister Farrakhan's wife was 90 years old.
Oh wow.
I think he's 93.
Yeah, he up there.
Yeah, he's 93 years old.
Um. Now I did hear something about Dr. Glenda Glover, is about to write a book, and in that book she gonna talk about the how the state the held back that $2.1 billion from Tennessee State while she was the president there.
Oh yeah. And that's at Southern, that's at Florida A&M, that's at Alcorn, that's at Fort Valley State. All of those schools are owed millions of dollars, man. They ripped them off for millions of dollars.
She gonna tell it all. They talking about she snitching. She ain't snitching. She just know what was the ins and outs because she was the university president. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting on for that book to come out. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to this
I don't
schedule.
know. I don't know how it's snitching if it's old. Like, it's not a
Right.
secret.
And
They
then
been
somebody
Oh
stealing
said,
no.
from us. And so when you a land grant institution, you supposed to get funds from the state.
Yeah.
And what they've been doing, and now it just came up because like people started investigating, people started asking questions, and it always looks like HBCUs are mismanaging funds. Nah, heifer, you just ain't give us what you owed us from the beginning. You
yeah,
can't mismanage something that you weren't given.
right. And
Listen,
the whole story is about when they say when we owe the money, well, y'all be stealing money. No, we don't steal money. Those you only hear about somebody stealing money, and that's like less than 1%. You know, and let's talk about how if you want to talk about stealing money, let's talk about how all these PWIs and the people that run these schools over there at the PWIs, how they steal money. And but you don't know about it because they don't say anything. They don't really say anything about it. But when it comes to a HBCU, oh man, y'all done stole X amount of millions of dollars and stuff like that. Yeah, y'all don't need to be getting no money and stuff like that. For what? Because I tell people like this. I guarantee when you were growing up that the math teacher or the science teacher or the history teacher got their degree from the HBCU. You didn't even know it because first you're young and then you naive too. So, but let's go ahead and get into this right here. We got Morgan State scheduled up, Mr. Ford.
Uh-huh.
And then it was so August 29th, they are on the road. The first game of the season in Greensboro, North Carolina. They take on North Carolina A&T. I got to think, can Morgan State win this game right here? I think they can win this game. I think they can start the season off 1-0. I want them to start the season off 1-0. And you want to start off with a good offensive, a good offensive game plan, and see what your quarterback is going to be looking like. And they are, like I said, they're on the road in Greensboro. So, what do you think on this one? What do y'all think on that one? Morgan State versus A&T.
I was gonna there's Danny on?
Yeah, I think she's still on. You still on? I think she got a bad signal. But Morgan State versus not Central, A&T.
I think the first thing that's obvious is that Morgan's got better talent than A&T, but Morgan plays. It's a 3-phase game, and they only play 2. They play defense and they play, special team. They don't play offense at all. Okay, like I told you before, watching Morgan State play offense is like watching paint dry. When it comes to that, Coach Wilson has not made the step up from Division II to Division I. His offense have never clicked since he's been there. Now, I've always said, and I will continue to say, Morgan State is a big-time quarterback and an offensive coordinator away from winning the winning the MEAC. If they can get those 2 things, because they got the athlete. They got the look, they got the big boys, they got everything, but offensive coordination, offensive continuity, they don't have that. They don't have that. They haven't had it since Coach Wilson been there. And that's why I believe, really, I'm for Coach Wilson. I've really enjoyed him when he was at Bowie State, but I think this is his swan song. I really do. Because it's just obvious he can't get him over the top. Because to me, personally, in the MEAC, Morgan State is the most underdeveloped and the most underachieving program in the MEAC.
Okay, so let me see who their quarterback gonna be. They got a guy, Cameron Edge, who's a senior from Clayton, Delaware, with the Smyrna High School. I guess that's I don't know if that's in Georgia or Delaware, but hey. The quarterback from last season, Todd Smith, senior 6'2", 195 from Fredericksburg, Virginia, with the Rock Creek Christian High School. Got a redshirt senior in Jordan Barnett. That's a running back. Raiden Oliver, 6'2", 205, a grad student from Montclair, New Jersey. Ade Olanagan, who's a junior, 6 foot 200 from Washington, D.C. with the Paul Public Charter International. And let me see.
I agree with Mr. Ford. You can have all the talent in the world, but you got to know how to coach your own talent. You know what I'm saying? And so seeing a team that has the talent but just can't get over the hump is, that's frustrating for any football fan to watch a team like that, knowing that they're oh so close to this and oh so close to that. But your coach has to know how to make adjustments. And like Mr. Ford said, it just seems like a piece of it that they're missing.
Right.
Well, like I said, the guy that I think they should be vetting right now is Pep Hamilton. Pep is the special assistant to Mike Hockley over there at University of Maryland. They need to bring Pep to Morgan because one thing you got to understand, Morgan has come into almost 60 or 70 million dollars in the last 2 years. Jeff Bezos' wife gave him about 50, and then they've gotten some more money since then. They've gotten so much money. They talking about, I think they're gonna start a medical school, and they've made it known that they want to be a power in HBCU football. And if you're going to do that, then you got to get the right man as the head coach. And like I said, I like Coach Wilson, but he ain't getting the job done. Isn't it? What is this, 4 or 5 years? How many years is this?
This is his 4th year.
Okay. In this day and time, actually, these people don't give you but 2 years now. They give you, now, when I was coming up, they give you 5. That's over. But really, these ADs now and these fan bases after 2 years, you ain't got a winning season, you got to go. And so they've been very lenient with Coach Wilson, but I do believe that this is it for him. I think he will be leaving.
All right. Well, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna give them the dub against A&T because I feel like A&T still got some issues to work out on their side. For them. And when I'm looking at this schedule also for Morgan State, it is pretty much a predominantly Colonial Athletic CAA schedule. Second game of the season, we're just gonna move along because they are going on the road to Tempe, Arizona, play Arizona State. So that is a big loss right there. So they play a Big 12 team. Third game of the season, they have Virginia Lynchburg. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a win. I'm gonna give
when
them.
are they gonna stop playing them kind of people?
I don't know.
I mean, that is a waste of time.
I know Dr. McClellan told us we ain't playing them after this season.
And I was so happy. I was so happy and overjoyed. Nothing for your program.
Let's see. September the 19th, they are on the road. Basically, they go across town to Towson. It's the Battle of Greater Baltimore. Now, I would say this. Last season, they got belt the ass by Towson. They got belt the ass. Actually, I'll take that back. They didn't get belt the ass. It was a close game. Last season they lost by 5, 27-22. Let me see. The season before that, 2024, they lost to Towson 14-9. In 23, which is Damon Wilson's first season, they lost to him by 10, 20-10. So these games have been very, very close. They have been either lost by one possession or by at least a small double digit margin. Um, and like I said, they gotta have they gotta have some type of offense. I I'm gonna go ahead and give them a loss to Towson because I think Towson is always gonna come. Um, Either Towson is gonna find a way to win the game, or Morgan's gonna find a way to give them the game. Um,
But that just speaks to the coaching again. Like Morgan's issue is not talent. It's not talent. Their issue is their coaching staff.
yeah, I think I lost Mr. Ford for a second, but but I'm gonna give them another loss. I'm gonna give them another loss because I think they'll lose that game. But it would be a close one. They got to figure a way out to beat this team. They gotta figure a way. They gotta figure the way to beat this team right there because they going on 5 years in a row losing to these boys. Um, they have an off week on the 26th, and then October the 3rd, they are on the road to play Villanova, the Wildcats. Loss. Let's see. We got them playing Robert Morris. That is their homecoming. I would give them the win on that one because Robert Morris is not the team. Is not a team that says y'all scare me. Like y'all are scary. I would give Morgan the win on this one right here. So we're sitting at 3-3. 3 wins, 3 losses right now. They are on the road at Tennessee State. You think they beat Tennessee State on this one, Danny?
I want to trust Morgan State, but I don't. I don't know how else to say it. I don't. Again, I I keep going back to it, but again, the games that they should not lose, they've lost.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's adjustments. It's adjustments to your team that aren't being made. So it's hard to say, oh yeah, they can definitely pull this win out because look at their track record.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. Just like because they're playing in Nashville, right?
They put it in
So
Nashville.
they're on the road. Um, mm, and this is the first time they've played in how long?
I think it's been years.
Like it's been decades, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I don't think Morgan State has ever beaten Tennessee State. And the last few times that they've played, Tennessee State has absolutely demolished Morgan State. Um, but I mean, we're talking about. I have to look it up.
I don't think they've played since like 1982. It might be longer than that.
Oh yeah, look, I'm looking at it right now. I don't even think they played each other.
They've definitely played each other, but Morgan State has just never beaten them. I don't think they've played in 30 or 40 years. So, I mean, we start we start from scratch.
I mean, that's what it is. That's what it looks like.
Um, y'all gotta forgive me. I'm still on the road, so I can't look at nothing. But if someone has access where they can look up this doc, you can look it up though, right?
Yeah, I'm looking it up, trying to look it up right now.
Um, Now I will
Uh,
say I do feel like it'll be a great game. Um, but I think it's hard to make a comparison or anything like that because they don't have any recent history. Um, but if you're asking, do I think that Morgan State can beat them? Yes, I do. Um,
mhm.
Morgan State's gonna, they're bringing back Lord, what's the kid's name? He's been mentioned as a draft prospect. Oh my gosh.
It ain't Eric Hunter because he gone.
Eric um no, Eric Hunter is gone. You're right. Hmm.
Yeah, this is the first time Morgan State played Tennessee State. They ain't played each other. I'm looking at the history right now.
But I thought that they played each other in like the 70s or 80s.
Mm-mm.
Morgan State and Tennessee State?
Yep, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at him right now.
I know they played each other because that was one of the storylines. Is how they haven't played each other in almost 40 years or 30 years or something.
Let's see.
Cuz they played each other at the I think it used to be called the Atlanta Classic, right? I'm not making this up. Am I like I know I'm not crazy.
Okay, let's see. Morgan State, Tennessee State played each other in football during the 1987 season. So it's been 40
Okay.
years.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not crazy. Okay. That you had me thinking I was losing my mind. I'm like, I
Okay,
know
so
they
they played
played. I
in four.
know
So
it
Tennessee,
hasn't been recent, but
so Morgan State and Tennessee State only played 4 times, and Tennessee State is undefeated against them 4-0.
okay. Okay. And then this is also Tennessee State's homecoming. So I think that may give Tennessee State a slight edge, but I still think that we're looking at a pretty good game.
Okay, so you gonna go Tennessee State
Yeah. I'm gonna take
homecoming?
Tennessee State on this one.
All right. So they are sitting. Morgan State is sitting 3-4 right now. Let's see what we got. They are. Whoo, start out the conference schedule October the 24th against Howard in Baltimore. Howard and Morgan don't like each other. If you don't know, just look at when Erica and Banks go at each other. That is like the Hatfields and the McCoys.
I think it's gonna be a good fight, literally and figuratively.
Mm-hmm.
You
In
might see
fact,
some fists thrown. Somebody gonna catch some hands.
in fact, let's see about the last season because I think Morgan got them last season, if I'm not mistaken. Nope. Howard
No,
won last season.
Howard beat them.
So,
Who you got, Doc?
I'm actually gonna go with Morgan because of the fact that this is for Howard with Coach White. This is almost like a rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with Morgan. So I'm gonna give the edge to Morgan on this one. And Banks ain't got to try to say I ain't got no faith in his team. So they sitting at 4-4 right now. Second game of the season in South Carolina State. Guess what? They gonna lose that one.
But look, don't forget, it's Howard's homecoming, right? No.
No, they in Morgan. They in Baltimore.
They're at Baltimore.
They're in Baltimore.
Did they play them? They played them last year for homecoming.
Yeah, they played
That's
last
what it
year for
was.
homecoming.
Yeah.
So,
And that was still a good game. I mean, they only lost by what, 6 points, a touchdown and a field goal, or 6-2, something like that. So again, I think it'll be a good game. I do think that Morgan State does hold again a slight edge over Howard this year, because Howard barely won last year. I mean,
yeah, Howard
had
was terrible.
what was it? Who was the kid that scored for Howard in overtime?
Who was that? Who was that? Let me see.
I just know that Howard barely won. They won in overtime. And so I think that, you know, we are looking at a different, huh?
Yeah, you're right. It was overtime.
Mm-hmm. We're looking at a different Morgan State team, even though I don't trust them dudes. Mostly because their coach just can't find a way to make simple adjustments to ensure that they get the win. But I think that they do have the talent for sure. I think that rather than sitting at 500 at the middle towards the end of the year, if their coaches can make the right adjustments offensively, and I'm not talking about from game to game, I am talking about in-game adjustments, whether it be a timeout between quarters at halftime, something has to get better on that front for Morgan State to really turn their season around and become a dominant program like they were, 15, 20 years ago.
Okay, the kid was Reagan, who he went on a 25-yard touchdown run. That's basically he he won the game on a 25-yard.
He sealed the deal for him.
He sealed the deal because Morgan missed the field goal in the first overtime on their side. Yeah, Congo out there showing out in Atlanta. But yeah, I've already gave them a loss to South Carolina State because South Carolina State looked like they just want to go out there and bully everybody.
South Carolina State ain't no punk.
Yeah. We got November the 7th. They are on the road in Dover to take on Delaware State, take on Deshaun Jackson and his Hornets. Year 2 of Deshaun Jackson, hopefully is, he has a better passing game. But we have a better passing game. What's going on?
Hello, how are you all doing this evening? I saw Mr. Ford on early, but I wasn't able to get on because my parents and I were eating.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
They got Delaware State. Delaware State beat them 14-12. That game was on ESPNU. It was in Morgan. It was in Baltimore. It was pretty much
it was literally at the last second.
Yeah, it was defense.
Delaware State won. Yeah.
Yeah, it was straight defense.
And I remember that game. Yeah, I watched that one. Thursday game.
I broadcast that game on here.
Yeah, I was in Philadelphia.
Nah, this one ain't. This was over at
Norfolk. I'm thinking about Norfolk and Delaware State. Okay, I'm doing the wrong game. I'm thinking about Norfolk and Delaware State. Yeah. Oh, the one when they played Morgan State. Not Morgan State. I'm wrong. I'm thinking about something else.
So yeah. I'm looking at it like this. In November, it's cold.
The wrong games.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be raining in Dover. In fact,
it's gonna be like last year. It's gonna be another defensive battle. I mean, let's just call it what it is. This is gonna be
okay. Yeah, I feel you. It's gonna be a defense. I think it's gonna be a defensive battle right here. Did I? Oh, Danny, she's still driving.
Hold on just a minute.
I am going to give this game to the Hornets of Delaware State. So Morgan is sitting at 4-6 right now. That's where I got him at right now.
Morgan Delaware. Yeah, I watched that one.
Next game on my list, Morgan versus Norfolk State. This game is in Baltimore. This game was won by Morgan State. It was a close one. It was a one-possession game, 35-28. This is pretty much one of Mike Vick's closer games that he could have won last season.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm gonna be honest with you. Norfolk State has to have better quarterback play. We're gonna talk about them in a minute.
He got rid of some of his coaches, and then some of those coaches.
He got rid of some of his coaches also.
Yeah,
but this is one of those games. This is the game right here that one of the games that could solidify that Mike Vick is for real in coaching. But I'm going to go with.
That is blowing up so I can see it.
I'm going to go with Morgan on this one right here for the win against Norfolk State.
Yeah.
Because I think Norfolk is going to lean on the defense heavily. They've always leaned on their defense heavily. I think this would be a game where the defense can get turnovers and give the offense a chance to actually go out there and score some points. And that's the other thing about Morgan State that they did not do well last season. They really was a team that really didn't score like that all the time. The only team where they scored a lot was against Virginia Lynchburg. We're not going to talk about them because
team they beat Virginia State.
Yeah. So let's just talk about this with Morgan State. Morgan State lost 38-1 to South Alabama. It was in the game, pretty much majority in the game until probably late in the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. They lost 27-22 to Towson. They always did the game right. It was close. Of course, they went on the road. They played Toledo. They lost to them 60-0. Leave that.
They sure did play Toledo.
They come back home. They shut out Central State, beat them 27-0. They were in the Circle City Classic. I want to say they struggled with Miles, but they beat them 24-17. Georgetown was the game where they gave that game away.
The Hail Mary.
The Hail Mary. They were supposed to win that game last season.
Because what was that guy's name? Yeah. What was that guy's name? I know they got it confused with someone's name. They caught that Hail Mary.
I don't know who the dude that was for Georgetown. All I know is he laid out for the ball. That was the main thing that I saw from that game right there. He laid out.
I know they talked about his name.
Again, Virginia Lynchburg, they won that game 44-6. They lost against Howard 33-27, one possession game. They lost to South Carolina State 36-30, one possession game. They lost to Delaware State 14-12, one possession game. They beat Norfolk State 35-28, one possession game. They lose to Central 33-14, a two possession game. Really, if you really think about this, if the game against Delaware State, South Carolina State, and Howard, you will be talking about them running the MEAC just by those 3 wins. If they would have won those 3 games right there alone.
It just dawned me. His name, I'm looking at it now. His name is Jimmy Kibble. People got mixed up with Jimmy Kimmel. His name is Jimmy Kibble.
Oh.
Yeah, that people were making jokes about it.
So,
yeah.
So
I didn't mean to take you off.
No, you did. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Howard, 1 possession game. South Carolina State, 1 possession game. Delaware State, 1 possession game. They could have been 4-1. All right, Mr. Ford.
Sorry about that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Ford.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine here in Monroe, Louisiana. It's hot as all get out. It doesn't know if want to hot or want to get hot or rain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
People haven't been able to cut grass. Yeah, people are able to cut grass today, but yeah.
So right now I got Morgan right now at 5-6, and I'm looking at their schedule last season. Right, on the only other loss that the loss that they had against Toledo, it was a blowout. But every other game that they played, they were in it to the last minute. They had more 1 possession losses last season. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They had 5 1 possession losses last season. They had two possession losses last season because, again, remember they played the first game they played against South Alabama, and they were pretty much in that game all the way up to the middle of the 3rd quarter, going into the 4th quarter. They lost the game against Towson. That was a close one. It was by 5. They lost to Georgetown. We were just talking about it on the Hail Mary. They lost to Howard in overtime, 33-27. They lost to South Carolina State, 36-30. They lost to Delaware State, 14-12. Pretty much, it seems like their defense keeps them in the game. The offense could only do so much in the first half, and then they just fall off.
Yeah.
And the last game of the season, they are playing against North Carolina Central, and I'm going to have them a loss right there. So they end the season on my end, they end the season at 5-7. And Mr. Ford, who you said they need to go get?
Well, I got another person I think they should look at, the head coach at Johnson C. Smith. I believe he would come to Baltimore. Flowers.
Maurice Flowers.
Okay. Yeah. See, what you do is you would sign your defense coordinator to a 3-year contract. You put him, you give him a raise because of what he's done. But then you go get an Maurice Flowers. If not a Maurice Flowers, you get a Pep Hamilton. Because that crew over there at Maryland, this is their last year. They're gonna let Hockley go, and then he possibly could bring some of them players from Maryland over to Morgan State.
You talking about Loxley? He said Loxley.
Yeah, Loxley. Yeah, this is his last year.
Mike Loxley.
Yeah, this is his last year. But yeah, if not, Pep would be my first choice. But if not Pep, how about Maurice Flowers?
Is Flowers interested? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's another.
Like I said, they ready. They got everything in place. They got cash. They got visionary leadership at the top that wants them to be top. They just don't have the head coach yet. They don't have the head coach.
What's that president's name? Dr. David Wilson? Is that, if I stand corrected?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He said what he wants there. Yeah.
Yeah. They just got to go get that head football coach.
Mm-hmm.
But I would keep that defense coordinator. I would sign him to 3-year contract.
Oh man, that guy is a great one. He could coach on any level.
Yeah, I'd keep him.
Somebody's gonna be looking for him though too.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. They're gonna throw the bag at him, Doc. I can just see it.
Somebody's gonna throw that bag at Coach Sewell. Where Teddy Keaton go? Yeah, home.
Keaton is at home. I was wondering what happened to Teddy Keaton after Clark Atlanta.
I mean, I don't know if anybody picked him up, but hey.
Another guy Morgan could look at who is a proven winner is the guy Edward Waters. That guy brought 4 MEAC championships to
Bethune-Cookman?
Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, Brian Jenkins. Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and look at this one. We got I'm about to pull up their schedule in a little bit right now. We're gonna go Norfolk State. We're gonna pull up their football schedule right now. All right, so all right, so Norfolk starts the season off with a home game against Winston-Salem. So don't bring the all right. Norfolk starts the season off with Winston-Salem State at home. I'm gonna go ahead and give Winston-Salem. I'm gonna give Norfolk. I'm gonna try to give Norfolk this victory. It ain't no guarantee. I'm gonna try to give them this victory. I'm gonna try. Let me see. Can you hear me, Mr. Ford?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you quite well.
Okay, I thought my thing was going out. So
no, I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm gonna give Norfolk State victory over Winston-Salem State.
Oh, okay.
And then let's see, second game of the season, they got Old Dominion.
That's a blowout, man. Old Dominion is looking real good. They FBS too. That's a blowout.
Yeah, FBS. Yeah, former best. That's good as been a basketball power.
So we got Norfolk with a loss right there. All right. Let's keep going because they on the road at Charlottesville, Virginia. So you already know who that is. They take on Virginia.
Virginia Cavaliers.
They take on the Wahoos. That is the loss. Got the Battle of the Bay, September the 19th. They are at home on this one right here.
Oh, yeah. Is that a day or night game?
That is a afternoon game at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, I think the last time they played last season. Was it that Hampton beat Norfolk last season? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Norfolk only won one game, right?
Yep, that was against Virginia State.
But yeah, they beat them.
Do we look at Hampton to repeat this year against Norfolk?
You know what? I have no idea. I know he shook up his staff. I'm trying to see. He made Cornell Brown his assistant head coach. I was trying to see who is Cornell Brown.
That name sounds so familiar.
Yeah, look him up, Doc. I'm trying to look him up too. You know I'm slow.
Cornell Brown.
Cornell Brown, football coach. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken,
Okay, Cornell Brown played for the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
He was a linebacker for the Ravens. Okay. He's coming from Eastern Michigan. Okay. Were they I guess they were teammates?
No. Yeah. Because he was at Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Okay. So he was at Virginia Tech. Okay.
Well, his former teammate.
So he's gonna be his assistant head coach. He's 51 years of age.
He's 51. Okay, 51.
Yeah, he's from Lynchburg, Virginia. He played
51.
at
That's how old I'm gonna be this
year.
He wasn't a teammate. He wasn't a teammate of Vic. Vic came in 98.
Yeah, because he's 51. He came early mid-90s. That's my age range.
Yeah, he was. If I'm not mistaken, if that's Virginia Tech team right
he's
there,
51. He's long. Yeah.
He was on the team with Jim Druckenmiller.
Oh yeah, I remember Jim Druckenmiller. Yeah, I remember him.
Quarterback. Jim Druckenmiller. I remember him. Yeah, that's my generation. Yeah, those guys are in that 50. They say I'll be 51 in November. Yeah.
This guy's been the defense coordinator at Norfolk before. He was defense coordinator at Norfolk in 2016. He was outside linebacker defensive end coach at Norfolk. That was he was co-defense coordinator and linebacker coach 2016?
2016. Is that when they had to coach the guy that coached at Virginia State?
Yeah, he was there in 2016, so that was his only season in Norfolk, and then he was at Marshall from 2017.
Yeah.
He's at Tarleton State as a D-line coach. He went to the CFL with the Stampeders of Calgary, and then the New Orleans Breakers. That was the USFL team when they tried to bring him back. Then he was at Bowling Green in 24, and then he was at East Michigan last season.
If he was coached by Frank Beamer, he should know something because Beamer ran a good program.
Man, they put the emphasis on special teams when and what was that defensive coordinator? Wasn't that Bud Foster? That was the defense coordinator.
Yeah, Bud Foster.
Yeah. At Virginia Tech, they had a tough defense.
Yeah, Bud Foster was the defense. He was DC.
He was there with Beamer for a long time.
Yeah, Coach Beamer was at Coach Beamer left.
He was at Murray State before going to Virginia Tech. Yeah.
Yeah, he left in 20.
Gosh, I remember he coached his last season. I forgot when that was. Time flies. I forgot the year. It slipped my mind.
Yeah, he was there. Coach Beamer was there in 2015. Yeah. He left in 2015, and then let's see what James Franklin's gonna do.
Yeah, boy.
James Franklin gonna do well, man. He gonna do well, bro.
Do well at Virginia Tech. Yeah.
Listen, I can see James Franklin taking over the ACC because he gonna bring that super talent. Because ain't nobody can recruit in ACC like James Franklin.
Oh, Franklin, yeah, that guy. He had it at Penn State, but just couldn't deliver a national championship. These people say, "Hey, you're not delivering us a national championship. You're bringing in the talent."
He's gonna steal some folks from Penn State. I'm sorry to say.
Oh yeah, he's already brought a lot of them down.
Oh, I can imagine he is doing that. Yeah, he's probably plucking right now.
He's gonna be good. Like I said, I can see him taking over the ACC, man. Because see, he gonna national recruit. He gonna bring them kids from Pennsylvania. He gonna bring all them kids from the Eastern Seaboard. Man, they gonna have so much talent. Because when he was at Penn State, they always had a lot of pro prospects. Like you said, he didn't win the big games, but he had a lot of pro prospects.
Oh yeah, and I think he's gonna give Dabo Sweeney fits in that
Yeah,
ACC.
that's what I'm saying. I think
His time is
Virginia
come and
Tech is
gone.
gonna take over that ACC,
Oh yeah,
man.
Let's see. You got that name sound familiar. His wide receiver coach Tim Smith. His cornerbacks coach is Ike Charlton.
Yeah, I remember Ike. Yeah, I saw Ike's college career and pro career.
Yeah, because Ike was at Virginia Tech too.
Yeah,
In fact,
I
I think Ike was there when Vic was there.
I think he was too. Yeah, I remember Ike.
Yeah, all those Hokies. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him.
Dre Kendrick is a running backs coach. That name sounds real familiar too.
Virginia Tech had a lot of them during that time.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a lot of people that he can lean on to. So
Oh yeah, he's I think it's kind of coming. I think I thought back when last season you three I saw Danny on there and the viewing audience. I thought about when Norfolk State played Towson, and I was looking at him on the sideline with that headset on. Man, Vic was looking confused that night. I watched that game on television. He didn't know what to do.
yeah, he was like a deer caught in headlights on that one. I'm sorry.
He sure was. I could look at I saw the expression on his face.
We talking Norfolk, Troy. Get on your phone. I sent a link to you on your phone. I'm gonna go ahead and give the dub to Hampton on this one. Just because I think Hampton has something that Vic don't have right now, and I think that would be a quarterback.
Yeah, I want to see what Van Malone is going to do at Hampton.
That's all. Please.
Or she getting duck sauce.
Duck
So
sauce. You get some Asian food place.
duck sauce. So I got Norfolk State losing to Hampton. In the battle. I would give. They play September the 26th. They are in Chicago. Take on Chicago State at SeatGeek Stadium. Okay, that's the soccer stadium. So I'm gonna go ahead and give them the win against Chicago State on that one. Mr. Ford might tell me something different, but
who is that?
Chicago State versus Norfolk State.
Yeah, I'm just shocked that they didn't go club football first. I'm shocked that they just jumped right into Division I play. I thought they would go club football and take about at least a year, and then build a roster. Because it's looking like these people gonna get them games gonna be 70 and 80 to nothing, man.
Yeah, they have a lady athletic director at Chicago State. She's an alumnus of Prairie View. I remember an interview with her.
Yeah, but they doing this wrong. They doing this all wrong. You're supposed to build your roster first before you jump in the competition.
She's an alumnus of Pine Bluff.
Pine Bluff. I knew one of those SWAC schools. Pine Bluff. That's where. I knew it was one of the SWAC schools. And I remember her being interviewed.
But she did. I think she did work at Prairie View though.
That's what I knew. Some with Prairie View. I remember past interviews she had done. I think she did it with Dr. Kenyatta Cavill on inside HBCU Sports Lab.
Mm-hmm. They got Robert Morris I'm gonna give Robert Morris the win on that one. And then Norfolk the next week Norfolk plays Virginia Lynchburg. If they don't win against Virginia Lynchburg, just send the U-Haul over to Mike Vick's house. He ain't
bro. Nah, man, they done invested too much money in Vic. Vic gonna get 3 years. They've invested a lot of money, man. Vic is the highest paid black college coach in America, man. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. They want that name.
Lynchburg, that's the Bishop Sycamore school.
Yeah, Vic ain't going nowhere, Doc. They put too much money out there for him.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got you.
See, what you have to do when you got a guy like Vic, you got to surround him with championship coaches, man. You can't let him go out and get his friends. Okay, you got to go get people who've won conference championships, national championship. That's what you got to surround him with. Because like you said, he's a novice. He's an amateur. He knows nothing, man. And they allowed him to go get his boys. You don't do that. You don't, That was the fault of the president and the AD because they don't know no better.
Okay. All right. I mean, well, you can say the same thing for we can say the same thing for Delaware State and Deshaun Jackson, but
man, Deshaun got a staff though, especially offensively. He got a staff.
Yeah. What's that guy?
See, because listen, I had to apologize because when I first heard Deshaun Jackson got that job, first thing came to my mind, that's a joke. That's how I said, that's a joke. And then when I saw them play and the people he got around him, now I think that defense can be better, but that offense is okay. I like how they ran that offense.
Yeah, that's Nima. What's that guy's name? Nima Washington.
Yeah, they run that offense, man.
And his mentor is there too, Travis Clark.
Yeah, they got from California.
Yeah.
And like I said, to me, if they get that defense together, because I wasn't impressed with Delaware State's defense. I wasn't impressed with defense at all.
No.
They get that defense together, man, they're going to be better.
All right, next game on the list. What's up, Troy? Next game on the list. They got an off week. October 17th and October 24th, they start conference play. They are on the road in Orangeburg at South Carolina State. I'm gonna give South Carolina State the win on that one.
I give it to them as well.
I'm gonna give South Carolina State the win on that one. They are at home against Delaware State. Last season, that game was
no. You talking about Norfolk?
Yeah.
No, they're supposed to be going back to Lincoln Financial. They're supposed to go to Philly.
They're supposed to be back in
Philly again?
Yeah, they're supposed to go to Philly.
Yeah, I remember last year when they played. I remember the governor of Delaware came. He had on the Delaware State jersey. He had Deshaun Jackson's name on the back. The governor of Delaware was at the game.
That game was closer than what people thought.
Yeah. I watched that one on the ESPN.
They won their game by 7.
Yeah, that game was nationally televised. That game was on a Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday evening. I watched it on ESPN.
Yeah, I watched it too. That game was what that game proved, man, is that Vic's staff was cutting corners, man. When you watch a game like that and the things I saw, you could tell they were cutting corners. And see, they're not paying attention to details. And that's why they only won one game. Because I'm gonna tell you something, anytime you cutting corners, you're not paying attention to details, it's gonna show his head in the game. And that's when you lose by one touchdown and 1 or 2 points, man. That's coaching.
Yeah, I remember they had a lot of Philadelphia Eagles fans there at the game that evening.
Yeah, they had 47,000 people at that game.
Yeah,
They sure did.
yeah.
Give me
I
your
looked at the
defense,
stands. Yeah.
Troy.
I'm just listening. I'm just trying to figure out why we. I don't have after last season. I don't have any grace for Mike Vick and his staff or his ability to put together a staff. He gonna have to show me something. And this schedule that they got this year, whew, they're gonna get beat over the head.
I gave them 3 games right now. They got 3 wins on my list right now.
I give them 2 in the possible.
He said 2.
All right. So against Delaware State, I have them losing that game right there. So they sitting at 3-6. They are at home again. They are at home against North Carolina Central. It's Michael Vick, Trey Oliver. Trey wasn't trying to see no sideshow because he already saw it the first time with Dion in the Celebration Bowl. So he didn't want to see no sideshow. All he wanted to do was just go out there and win. I'm gonna go ahead and give the win to Central on that one right there. They are at Morgan State. They at Baltimore. I think I gave Morgan State the win on that one.
Well, Morgan State might beat them by 20.
Yeah, I give it to Morgan State on that one.
And then last but not least, they go up to DC. No, they are at home. They are at home against Howard University. Again, like I said, this is a rebuild year for Howard, but
Howard still win by what, 10, 15?
You trying to?
But this is how many 1 game losses that they had. One possession losses that they had last year. Okay, they lost to Towson 27-7. The only game they won was against Virginia State, 34-31 in overtime, which they should have never went into overtime in the first place. They lost to Rutgers 60-10. This one, I think this one kind of hurt them right here. When they lost the game when they played Sacred Heart at home.
Oh, yeah.
Lost by 3, 31-28. They lost to Wagner by 5, 18-13. They lost to Hampton, 41-34. Lost to Wofford, 31-14. That was a 2-possession game. Got blown out by South Carolina State. Lost to Delaware State by 7, 27-20. And lost to Central, 31-28 by 3. And then, of course, they lost to Morgan, 35-28. That was another 1-possession game. And then they got the doors beaten out of them by Howard, 44-15. So, of course, I'm going to go again, and I'm going to say Howard beats them. That ends their season at 3-9.
Doc. Can I ask a question?
What's up? What's up?
Last year, when Grambling was struggling against Kentucky State, everybody said, oh, they struggled against a D2 school. When you just talked about Norfolk State struggling against Virginia, what was that, Virginia State, Virginia Union?
Virginia State.
That's a D2 school. And every other game that they had that year, it wasn't that it was just 1-score games. It was bad coaching in those 1-score games. It was mental mistakes in those 1-score games. And the worst part about it is, if as a just regular Joe fan, you were able to watch the reality show and actually look real time or after the game as it was happening in real time, how bad the coaching staff was struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And his inability to make leadership changes is my issue with Michael Vick. It's probably also my concern with Marshall Faulk, but we don't know yet. But we
But see,
saw
wait, now, one thing that Marshall Faulk has that Vic didn't have, Marshall has Curtis Johnson. Now, I don't know if
Curtis
y'all know who
Johnson.
Curtis Johnson is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
know
do.
Yeah,
CJ.
yeah.
Man,
That's a big
Saints,
difference.
Tulane.
Yeah,
Case from down.
and
That's Ed
Curtis has
Reed's.
been there, been on
Ed
all
Reed's
the
home
levels. He knows what to
parish
do. That's a big difference between Marshall Faulk
from
and
St. Charles Parish.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm saying that's a big difference between Michael Vick and Marshall Faulk. Is Faulk has Curtis Johnson with him.
Curtis Johnson. Yeah, he's from St. Charles Parish outside New
Yeah,
Orleans
he's
and
seen it all.
around Destrehan and St.
He helped
Rose.
win a Super Bowl. He was at Tulane. He's done it all. So that's what Vic needs. Vic needs a Curtis Johnson. He needs that kind of a coach with him.
I used to talk to Curtis Johnson quite a bit. He's on WBOK. He used to be on the sports report when Reggie Flood had the show on radio. And he used to be on there with Reggie Flood. I called in quite a bit to talk to him.
All right. So, Mr. Floyd, we going to Howard now.
Oh, okay.
You're going to be at this game right here. First game of the season. MEAC Swag Challenge.
Yeah. That's here in Atlanta. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to be there.
Howard versus Alabama A&M.
Oh, yeah.
This is the start of the Ted White regime.
Right.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana
this
native.
game right here. Who we got in this game right here?
Who do I have?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Sam Shade.
Ooh.
What are you talking about?
He said he's going with A&M.
Yeah, I'm going with Sam Shade, man. I told you, Sam's history is he struggles his first year, second year. That's when he starts that championship march. Yeah, I think I think A&M's gonna be a whole lot better, man. I just gotta see him.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm about to pull up Howard's.
It's Howard and A&M. I give it to A&M on that one. Yeah.
I want to look at. I don't have my laptop with me. I really, without looking at their roster, it's two things. And I know again we way early and everybody ain't posting their roster like they're supposed to. I know I checked last week, but if Alabama A&M got some beef on that offensive line, and if they got one playmaker at wide receiver, they have an experienced quarterback. If he can stay healthy, Alabama can make some noise. They really could make some noise. But again, this is without me seeing their roster. I kind of know what Howard put out there on social media, what they have. You know, they still got their collection of Florida boys and the DC, Maryland, Virginia area kids. But I don't know. I think last year the talent took a step back, and Coach White gonna need a season and a half to like restock those cupboards.
Yeah, they had an offensive line since they when they played in that. They went to the Celebration Bowl against Florida A&M. They never restocked that offensive line. They had a big offensive line when they played Florida A&M. Defense was stellar, but the main thing I saw was a lack of offense coordination after 23, and a big-time quarterback. They had one guy was a game manager. Then they had a guy last year. I think he was kind of like a dual threat guy. But if he can bring some of them kids from Maryland, because he was on the staff. Where was Ted? Was he at Maryland or was he at UCLA?
He was at UCLA. Yeah, he was at UCLA. He worked. I think he coached in Maryland. I know he coached at UCLA under.
He came to Howard from UCLA.
Yeah, no, but
he's at UCLA. Yeah,
he was at UCLA. He was under Deshaun Foster.
Okay,
yeah.
But my thing is, if he can go out and get some of those Power 4 transfers and bring them to Howard, he can because he gonna bring the offense. But the main thing is they got to have a trigger man.
White was going to be on Hugh Jackson's staff, but what happened? The Houston Texans hired him, and he never did
Yeah,
coach at Grambling. And
yeah, that's right. I remember we
yeah,
were supposed to go to Graham, but
Grambling he ended up at Houston Texans. Yeah.
well, he better be glad he didn't hook up with Hugh Jackson. That might have been the kiss of death. But yeah, if
Man.
he can bring him some transfers in there, because like I said, he gonna bring the offense, but they got to go get a big time signal call.
So you still got Travis Kernan and you got Eden James. Eden James, this is his last year. Because
That quarterback?
no,
No, James is a running back.
Oh.
That's
Edgerrin James'
Edgerrin's
son. Yeah, he
son.
running back.
Yeah. What they got at quarterback? Who's their quarterbacks next year?
Jay Sean Scroggins, he's a redshirt senior.
Scroggins.
I got Alabama
Now, where this kid coming from? Is this kid been at Howard all the time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did he transfer there, or he's always been there?
He's always been there.
No. I got Alabama
he's
A&M.
from Las Vegas, Nevada. Huh?
I got Alabama A&M.
Excuse me, I was just up here looking at this Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame while I'm talking to you all. Yeah, my homeboy he's talking right now. He's inducted to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Pat Williams, you probably remember him, Doc, played at Texas A&M.
Big Pat Williams?
Big Pat, yeah, he just went into the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame and just got finished talking to him. Yeah, he grew up in the area where I live, right where I am right now, Wasserman High School. Yeah, Big Pat, he's in the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. He's inducted. He had Sylvia Fowles from LSU and others. Warren Morris from LSU, the baseball team. Yeah, that's what I'm watching. I'm looking at here while I'm talking to you all.
They got some. I mean, I'm looking at Howard's roster right now. They got talent. They got players.
Yeah, I know Big Pat.
They got players. I think part of their issue is, from the last couple of years was Larry Scott. I think Coach Scott kind of held them back. The other part is trying to. They're running through Howard. Trying to navigate with that the academic requirements for Howard.
That's I call it the Ivy League of HBCUs.
I don't know if they have it like they had it last year, but they had speed last year. They had a group of guys. 2 of them was from Tampa. I think 1 or 2 of them was from like Daytona, South Florida. They've had speed. I don't know. I didn't know what the issue was last year, but they have I can't even I wouldn't even put this in like a Notre Dame or Ivy League type situation because they've been able to get players from Florida and, like I said, the DC area. So it isn't an issue with them getting talent. I think Mr. Ford is right. Like the offensive coordination has been a problem at Howard.
And the big offensive line they had when they went against Fam, and they had a dominant offensive line when they went in the Celebration Bowl. They haven't had that since. That was in 23.
Well, they shouldn't have no issue with the offensive line because they got Bob Whitfield as their offensive line coach.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, Bob Whitfield played at Stanford, played with the Atlanta Bears and the Falcons. I remember Whitfield.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Doc, you talking about Big Pat? He's on the coaching staff at Grambling. He's assistant coach at Grambling. Yeah.
Let's see.
He's on the defensive line coach.
Defensive line coach. All right.
Yeah.
So we got. So they are at home against next week. They're at home against Richmond.
They're gonna lose that game.
I'm looking at about to look at their schedule from last season. Okay, of course it is. Well, they lost that game last season 13-12. It was. I don't think this is the same Richmond team that we saw a couple of years ago when they went to the playoffs and they were almost in trouble until Davius Richard got out the game. When he got taken out of the game because of the concussion. Was it his ankle?
But Richmond play Canada junior football. They play real safe, real close to the vest. They hope you make a mistake before they do. So that's not the realm. Like they just, even when they was playing North Carolina Central, they was playing real safe until North Carolina Central quarterback got knocked out of the game. Then they got a little bit looser. But other than that, they're not trying to make no mistakes. So they one of them teams that the scoreboard will tell you in the game, but they controlling the clock, so you really ain't in the game. That's the type of football they play.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm looking at the box score. It was defensive.
What was the TOS for Richmond? I mean, time of possession.
Let me see.
It's been a while, but I think that was the difference in the game. I know it was some mistakes, but I think that was the difference in the game.
There ain't no difference in the game because if your quarterback only threw for 35 yards and your running back only caught the ball for 12 yards, Howard defensive wise was putting belt the ass on Richmond. I think and here go my wild take on right here, y'all. I got Howard winning this game against Richmond.
By making that statement, they gotta win. They gotta win the MEAC. Because after beating Richmond, there's no excuse for not winning the MEAC.
So
that's a loaded statement there. Okay.
I got Howard beating Richmond, but what I'm saying is this is not the same Richmond team that we've been.
Oh, we know, but I think Richmond is still better than right now. Better than 65, and they only got 16s, but 65% of the MEAC. So the only thing Howard would have to do would be one of the top two teams, either Central or South Carolina State.
All right.
Because
oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you out there on that limb. Because Richmond.
Third game of the season. I'm about to give them the third and fourth game of the season is 2 L's. Because they about to go to Bloomington and Mark Cuban about to break them off a couple of minutes and to get their head beat in by Kirk Signetti. And back on.
I hope they're getting $1 million for that game. I hope they're getting $1 million for that game.
Yeah, defending national champions. Oh gosh.
Oh damn! Here go Blue. He said they might win.
I told you, but see, Blue. I know I ain't crazy.
What did Blue say?
They might win the Patriot League.
Might win the Patriot League.
Who is this? Richmond?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
The Richmond Spiders.
Everybody.
That's all I'm saying. If Howard beat Richmond, I'm gonna get on that bandwagon the next day. Cause it ain't no more excuses after that. Like you can't be we peaked early on. Ain't none of that is. You got to run the table at that point. Except for the money games. Get your money, by the way. Come home safe. Get your money.
Yeah.
I wish Danny was still on here. She driving right now. But
yeah. Yeah, no, she's out driving. She had focus on the
It's
road.
the battle of the real HU after this.
Howard got to win this. This is a must do. This is the same as Quinn Gray playing the Florida Classic. Like, you got to win this game. This is a fanfare game. This is the game that all the alumni is all for.
Well, they won the game last season. They beat them 34-7.
So,
Yeah, they manhandled. I saw the game.
Yeah, they
manhandled Hampton.
Oh man, yeah. You know, Hampton usually beat up on Howard. Hampton.
They beat them like the last
they beat
4 years, 4 or 5 years before last season.
till last year, yep.
Hampton usually beat up on him. Yeah.
Hey, whatever happened to the coach at Hampton? His last name was Prunty.
Oh, you thought that? Isn't that Bruce?
Was it Robert Prunty?
Robert Prunty.
Yeah.
Well, where is he now? What happened to him?
Robert Prunty. Yeah. Yeah, I remember his face. I remember seeing him.
I didn't understand why they fired him.
Yeah, Prunty. Yeah, I remember.
Well, where is he now? Where's Prunty? Let me see if I can.
Yeah. So I can Google see where he is now.
Oh, he is not coaching right now.
Oh, he's not coach.
He's sitting at the crib. Okay.
Sitting at home.
I'm surprised not coaching. Guys end up coaching at high school somewhere until they get themselves back in. They want to go back into the college and see if they can get back in the college realm.
Let's see. We got next on the list. Oh, we ain't make our pick. I ain't make my pick on this one. I'm gonna go with Howard on this one. I'm gonna go with Howard against Hampton.
I'll say Howard on that one. I never thought I'd predict Howard on things, but I'll say Howard.
Because it's something that Troy said the other night about Hampton when we did the predictions on Hampton, that they don't really have the size up front. But then again, it's Van Malone's first season there, so
yeah, he has bring his own people in.
Next on the list, Howard takes on Penn. They take on the Quakers of Penn. So basically, they are still doing their Ivy League tour. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Quakers in Philadelphia.
So they are doing their Ivy League tour. I'm going to say, what was Penn's record last season?
Pennsylvania Quakers. I remember them. They're known for their basketball in the past.
Says Blue still on here. Penn Quakers, they were 6-4 last season.
6-4, okay.
And Howard don't play well against the Ivy League.
Yeah, they were 4th Ivy League last season in the conference. But we're gonna go. We're gonna go with we're gonna go with the Quakers.
Yeah, I predict Penn.
All right. Well, we got homecoming in DC.
People come to the game not even going for the game. The fashion
The
show.
Maroon Tigers of Morehouse will be beating up on. Will be losing to Howard.
That's the Bourgeois Bowl.
I know Mr. Ford said they need to stop playing Morehouse.
The Bourgeois Classic.
Pass the Grey Poupon.
Past the Grey Poupon. Yeah, the wine and cheese affair. Okay. Is that past the Grey Poupon?
So that's a win for Howard, Mr. Ford.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Howard's not going to New York or New Jersey this year, huh?
Nah, it's that's homecoming for them.
AKA the Bougie Classic. Let me stop.
No, that ain't gonna be
Dr.
nothing.
Kanisha and Erica gonna kill me.
Yeah. Ain't gonna be nothing.
All right, we got Morgan State. What we say with Morgan State? Did we say Howard lose to Morgan State?
Yeah.
Okay.
This Morgan State doesn't have an excuse this year. Like, we kept crying about them getting a quarterback, and they got a monster from Jacksonville. So even if he don't start, he should push. He should push them, huh?
What's his name?
I don't have my laptop. He's the quarterback from Jacksonville Reigns last year. They won the 5A state championship. I can't think of his name right now.
I don't see him on the roster.
Reigns.
No, nobody has.
Miami.
Yeah.
For the state championship.
Nobody has their roster updated, but yeah, he was supposed to go to FAMU. Then the transition happened, and after the transition happened, he kind of floated into the purgatory, and then he signed with Morgan State.
They are on the road the following week on Halloween at North Carolina Central. They in Durham.
His name TJ Cole. My bad. Thanks, Mike T.
TJ Cole.
Yep.
Okay. So Howard's on the road at North Carolina Central.
I want to like Howard in this game. I do. I really want to like Howard in this game. But I don't think they'll be able to force North Carolina Central to throw the ball.
Okay. What's your take on this, Mr. Ford?
Okay, which one's that now? What game is it?
Howard versus Central.
Central, man. Come on, bro. I done told y'all if it wasn't for Shitters Berry, Trey would own the MEAC. They got mad last year because I told them don't mention remember Coach Graves down there in Southern? I told them don't mention him in the same breath with Trey Alpha. Yeah. The only reason Trey ain't dominating MEAC is because of Chennis Berry. That's the only reason.
All right. We might go ahead and give them another loss because the next week they host South Carolina State.
Yeah, I have Central in that game. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They got Delaware State November the 14th. I got Delaware State winning this game because I said this is a rebuild year for Howard. And then the last game of the season, I got last game of the season is Norfolk and Howard. And we said, I think we said how we're going to win this game right here against Norfolk. So,
oh yeah, that's I have Howard again to defeat Norfolk.
So Ted White finishes his first campaign at Howard 4-8. That's my prediction. Norfolk State finished their campaign with Michael Vick his second year at 3-9, and then Morgan State finished out their campaign with Damon Wilson 5-7. Now, out of this one, 5-7 would not cut it for Morgan State. Would not cut it for Damon Wilson. So, and basically, what I'm saying is, he's going to get that pink slip. He's going to get that U-Haul sent to his house. That's all I can say on that one.
Yeah.
You said Colsey is joining Pitt's coaching staff? Oh, wow.
Yep.
Who is that?
James Colsey.
He's joining whose staff?
Pittsburgh.
The Panthers.
Oh, University of Pittsburgh. Oh, the Panthers.
Mhm.
Okay, he'll be on there.
That's the guy that needs to come to Florida State. Kirk Narduzzi. He needs to take that job at Florida State. He'll turn Florida State around.
Pat Narduzzi.
Yeah, Narduzzi needs to come down to Tallahassee.
Like I say,
bro. 16s and 3 of them bad. One of them don't even need to be bad. That's the thing. Morgan State don't need to be bad because of the fact that they have a defense they can get them going, but they don't have anything other than the defense. And here's another thing with Morgan State. I don't even know who's going to be their defensive player this year.
Oh, you don't have to worry. That guy,
they always find one.
Factor, man. That guy got a system, bro.
Yeah, he'll
make a new defense and have pro prospects all at the same time. That guy's good, man. That guy might be the best defense coordinator in black college football.
Yeah, Doc, you might see me looking off, and I'm still on here. I'm up here watching the election returns here in my state, and while I'm talking to you all, watching election returns, yeah, the Senate primaries and all these other these taxes.
I'm trying to think
here in Louisiana
who's going to be the preseason player of the year. Because
you talking about for FBS?
No, for the MEAC.
Last year that was ridiculous because they made Jason Collins the running back for Morgan the preseason offensive player of the year.
But didn't have him on the
had a lot of mixed feelings about that.
Well, because he was the preseason player of the year, but wasn't on the first team all conference.
I told y'all the MEAC is backwards, man. As long as they got that woman running that conference, they don't have no directions. Yeah. What's that lady's name?
Sonya Spears.
Yeah, she's terrible, man. And they don't want to make the move, and it's hurting the conference. She ain't got no idea. She ain't got no vision. She's pathetic. I keep telling y'all the best thing they can do is merge the MEAC into the SWAC, man. That lady's terrible.
But yeah, oh my goodness. But other than that, Democratic Republic of Congo just won against Uzbekistan. They showing
Did they
that
qualify?
Atlanta soccer.
Did they qualify?
Yeah,
I happened to turn on and I saw England playing. I was changing channels. England played.
England
they
played Panama. Yeah, 2-0.
Panama. Yeah, I watched some of the match today. I didn't watch it a long time. I was changing channels. It was on
Right
Fox.
now.
It was New York City station that was carrying it.
Right now, Argentina is playing Jordan. Right now here in Dallas. So, and I got to see if Messi was doing his thing tonight. There's a lot of Argentinians here.
Lionel Messi.
Oh, he ain't even got on the board. So he chilling.
Yeah, I saw David Beckham was at the match today.
Oh yeah. So yeah,
they was playing in Miami. They was basically playing in his area.
South Africa and Canada play tomorrow. And then Monday, round of 32, we got Brazil versus Japan. Germany takes on Paraguay, and the Netherlands take on Morocco. That's going to be an interesting one. Tuesday, June 30th, you got the Ivory Coast taking on Norway. France is going up against Sweden, and Mexico is going against Ecuador. And July 1st, England versus the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Get your money back. Get your money back.
Congo, that's where Matumbo was from Congo. Man.
They gonna be in Atlanta right there. They gonna be in Atlanta, and then you got Belgium taking on the Senegal and USA taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Who playing in Miami? Somebody's playing in Miami this week. This week coming. I can't remember.
July 2nd. So they're waiting on for the other ones out of the round of 30 for the round of 32. Portugal versus Croatia is gonna be a good one. Colombia, Ghana on July 3rd. Argentina versus Cape Verde. Cape Verde is very interesting because a lot of people they said they wasn't supposed to be in this whole thing, and they shocked a lot of people. They even shocked me.
They got experience. Like people try to make it seem like, oh, they got a bunch of players from their domestic league and not a lot of international players. But when you have experience, like experience does a lot. And they got experienced players. Their goal is what, in its 40s? So they have experience. Experience does a lot. Like you get, a wily old veteran, you might have a guy that's a little bit more talented and a little bit speedier, but that wilder guy, he know how to deal with that talent. So I think people need to really, and I'm not saying, listen, I ain't predicting that they're going to make it to the Sweet 16, but them being able to get this far, you got to give credit to experience. Because that's the only reason Team USA is in the position they in is because of experience.
Yeah. Well, if the United States can get out of the knockout stage,
just got to win one game. Get to the Sweet 16. Just win one.
Because who was the U.S. player? I saw the score. I was on Google.
Oh, they played Turkey. Turkey came back.
Sorry, they didn't care about their game. They did not care about their game.
But Turkey came back and scored in the last 30 seconds.
I know. I know they were behind on Turkey.
Yeah. Scotland the coach for Scotland just quit because his team didn't qualify for the round of 32.
He probably was gonna get fired anyway, though.
And
He probably was gonna get fired.
Scotland was one of those teams that was poised to try to win the whole World Cup, but it looks like Messi is on a mission.
Look, as long as that light skinned dude is in France, France is the favorite. As long as Mbappe is in France, they the favorite.
Hey, he said Ivory Coast is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Ivory Coast, yeah. I always think when I hear Ivory Coast, I always think about James Brown. That's why he went to visit to get those rhythms that he was using during the time back in the 70s. Yeah, he went to the Ivory Coast.
Senegal, Ghana, Democratic Republic of Congo, South Africa. You got Morocco, Egypt. Morocco surprised me. Algeria is one of those ragtag teams. Cape Verde. One of the teams that should be in the next time will be Nigeria. Nigeria always have a strong
Nigeria.
Yeah, but they had some players play international.
That's why you find your kickers and punters for football. You go to soccer. That's why they end up having to look to find them.
Yeah, Nigeria had some guys play overseas, so play for other international teams. That's why they wasn't as strong as they was this year.
They had a guy from Nigeria. Go ahead, Troy.
Oh no, I was just gonna say when it happened, everybody kind of took them off of their Sweet 16 list when they started losing players internationally. By the way, we're the only people that don't pay international players the same as other teams do.
Yeah, Doc, there was a Nigerian that was a kicker at Jackson State back in the late 80s. Other people in the chat, probably in the comments, remember him. A guy named Ike Iuzi. He was Nigerian. He was kicker at Jackson State back in the late 80s.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
That was in the 70s, right?
That was in the 80s, late 80s.
Late 80s? Okay. Yeah, I remember
late
him.
80s. Yeah, he was back there with I think Shannon Boyd and Sean Gregory. By the way, Sean Gregory.
What was his number? What was his number? When he
forgot what his number. He was under W.C. Gordon. That was back in the late 80s.
Him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mid to late 80s, I think it was. Yeah. That was back when I think Shannon Boyd was quarterback. Boyd, and I know Gregory came after Boyd. Greg. By the way, Gregory's wife is the president of Jackson State.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was my favorite quarterback, man. Back during that time in the SWAC.
Who? Sean Gregory.
Sean Gregory. I love Sean Gregory, man.
I'm gonna have to go with Graylin Pratt. That was the first quarterback I seen when I got to Jackson.
Boyd was tough, but I love Sean Gregory, man. Gregory had Jimmy Smith and Tim Barnett, and he had Lewis Tillman, that running back, man. They were loaded at Jackson State.
Did he take over from Jordan? They had a quarterback in the early. What was that?
He came after Gregory. That was Ricky Jordan.
Ricky Jordan.
Sean
That's
Gregory.
right. I remember Ricky Jordan. Yeah.
I watched all those guys play. I was in high school then when I was in junior high. I was in junior high to high school with Gregory, and then high school with Ricky Jordan, and then all those guys started coming along. Yeah, he started getting Rashard Anderson. That was back when I was out of high school. I was along in age with Anderson.
Oh yeah, Rashard Anderson and
Picasso Nelson.
Yeah, Cap Morris. Rashard and Cap was on the same team. They played with that Pratt kid you talking about.
Graylin Pratt. Yeah.
I remember all of them.
Yeah, I do too. I remember that.
Yeah, Graylin was his last season was my freshman year at Jackson, and then
Picasso Nelson, along with me in age, and
Then
out of
he
Hattiesburg.
graduated. Mark Washington was the quarterback.
Mark Washington. I remember Mark Washington. I watched all those guys play in person, man.
Mark Washington, and then after Mark, it was TC, but then
T.C. Taylor.
Yeah.
Then came Robert Kent.
Yeah, Robert Kent.
They moved TC to wide receiver. Yes.
Yeah. But TC was an option quarterback when he came to Jackson.
I watched TC and Kent.
He was a left-handed option quarterback, and the best thing that they did was move him to wide receiver because
I remember that.
The quarterback room was loaded back then. Because remember, Mark Washington played 2 years. He played 2 years at Jackson State. He was he started the last 2 years at Jackson State, and then while he was there, TC came in 98, and then Robert Kent came in 99.
I remember Kent. I watched. Grambling had to come from behind in 2000.
Kent would have went pro if they would have kept Coach Shannon. Shannon was getting him ready to go pro. But Shannon left, and he went to Troy State. He went as offensive coordinator at Troy State. But if Shannon had stayed, he'd have got Trent ready for the NFL. Because Kent was left, and they went and bought that disaster called Bale.
Man.
That Bale guy.
Oh, man.
That was a disaster, man. But see, he was in with the AD at that time. They had brought an AD there, and he brought Bale. And Bale was awful.
Was that Roy Culberson? It was the AD.
Yeah, Culberson was the AD.
Yeah. Actually, Culberson them helped destroy Jackson's program. That program went down, and then they brought in the guy from Tuskegee, Comedy. Comedy's brought it back. And then Dr. Myers and them let that lesbian destroy that program. What that woman was named?
Vivian Fuller.
Vivian Fuller. She was an unrepentant lesbian, and she was a bully. And she destroyed that program, and they didn't get that program back together until Dion came.
Yeah, I know they had a drought.
She destroyed that program. Man.
Yeah, the 6-year drought. Because it was a drought. 2020 because we didn't play in 2020.
Yeah, it was terrible, man. He was the only stain against Dr. Myers. Dr. Myers did a lot while she was president of Jackson State. But the worst thing she did was she brought Vivian Fuller there as athletic director. And she destroyed that program, man.
Dr. Myers, she was always talking. She was always when she was speaking, she was always excited. We're going to.
Oh, that lady was brilliant, man.
We're going to be on the move. I remember Dr. Myers.
That lady was
always excited when she spoke.
She was a Howard University grad. I think she got a PhD at Georgia Tech. She had been president at Norfolk State, and then she came to Jackson.
Yeah,
that lady was brilliant, man. That lady, but the problem was she allowed Vivian Fuller to destroy that athletic department, man. That was one of the reasons that people were against her.
Because I know they had quite a few of them. I remember what's his name? That was back when Tony Hughes was there. What's his name? Willa Brown was athletic director.
Yeah, he was under Dr. Myers too. Willa Brown was there. He's with.
I see that with Carlos Brown.
I listen to them. I'm listening to them. Yeah.
And Charles Edmond be on there with him as well.
Yeah, Charles and them. But
Charles, graduate Grambling. Yeah.
Just here. Dr. Myers lives here in Atlanta.
Okay. I didn't know what happened to Dr. Myers.
She goes around and does the SACs for different, when a college has to go through the SACs thing, she's on those committees.
On the audit committee?
Yeah, when they do the audit, she does that. Yeah, she's here in Atlanta.
Dr. Carolyn Myers. I remember her.
Dr. Myers was a brilliant woman, man.
Yeah.
We got a Dusty Panther in here named Lionel.
Hey, what's Lionel? Bring Lionel up.
What's up, Monroe, Louisiana?
What's up, man?
That's my
I'm gonna
homeboy.
bring him home.
Yeah.
I'll bring him home on Monday because I got to be up early in the morning.
Oh,
I
you
gotta
gotta
be.
get it. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna hit it too then.
I got to be up there at 7 in the morning.
Hey, Doc, enjoyed it, man.
All right,
Yeah,
y'all have
Mr. Ford, always great at conversing with
Okay,
you.
man. Guys, y'all be good here.
All right,
Thank
take
you.
care.
Appreciate
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
All right now.
All right.
All right,
Yeah, I
Chuck.
know. Yeah, I'm about to get on off of here, man. I'm here watching election returns. Like I said, had state elections, the primaries for the U.S. Senate seat here in Louisiana, and they have taxes, these different in local places here in the state, and up here watching election returns while I'm on here with you all. But I
Okay.
hope everyone got out to vote wherever elections going on. Yeah, please get out to vote because there's some serious stuff here.
Oh yeah. Y'all make sure y'all get out to vote. And
yeah, we had midterms coming up, and yes.
And make sure if you can, make sure you hit the donation button. Again, start off with a goal of 500. Right now, we're sitting at 130 right now, 370 to go. Also, anything extra will come out of my own pocket. So just let you know about that. But other than that, just down at the ticker below, you can go to the PayPal on here at David Smith 1925, or you go to the Cash App. As always, HBCU Overdrive on the Cash App. I appreciate everybody. I know Troy said he got to go, but I appreciate everybody for joining us tonight.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Chuck. Just drop on off.
All right, man. Yeah, all right, you all take care, and to the viewing audience, you all take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I know you had the 4th of July coming up. You all have fun and be safe out there.
Yes, sir.
You all take care. All right.
As always, I got something for you. This is gonna be the new intro once I get the whole video from my man Jay. If you want to know what he do, man, my man Jay makes fire beats. And, hey, he did his thing. But other than that, we just gonna ride out to this.
Mic check, cameras roll, yeah, it's time to lock in. HBCU Overdrive, where the conversation starts and wins. Every week we break it down, every headline, every play. Giving flowers to the legends while the future finds its way. HBCU Saturday, got the fans glued to the screen. HBCU tonight with Doc Holiday, keep it clean. From the swag to the MEAC, every story get respect. SIAC, CIAA, independent, never left. Tailgates, band battles, coaches talking X's and O's. Players chasing greatness while the culture only grows. Jackson State, be our love, we shine over every school. If it's HBCU business, then you know that's what we do. No gossip, just a fact with a southern state of mind. Real voices, real moments, every episode designed. This our sports, this our culture, this our legacy alive. Turn it up and ride with us. HBCU Overdrive, 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 Overdrive. HBCU Overdrive, Overdrive, Overdrive. HBCU Overdrive, Overdrive, Overdrive.